batch 120. We're going to start with 4 pounds of red wheat malt. I'm going to get that in, and that's actually a small malt. See how it grinds up. I might have to adjust the mill. 3 pounds of great western white wheat in this recipe. 2 pounds of crisp Gleneagles Marisada. Don't know if I'm saying that right, into this recipe. And we used a total of 3 pounds of our 2-row malt. We'll be flavoring this wheat beer with cherry. We're going to be using this extract, and this will go into keg. Once we go to keg, this is what we'll be using. Yeah, I did. How you doing? All right. Off to the brewery today. Like I said, I hope the water's warm. It is. We like to warm the water up with this electrical gizmo here. It's just an electric, I think they call it a bucket heater. Get this light on here. Start the show. Batch 120 today. We're doing a cherry wheat. We call this one Red Wave. It's gonna, cherry wheat. It's a beautiful beer. We're gonna be putting some hot peppers in. Those who watch the channel know how I had a fail when we tried to make hot sauce. Well, these are the overwintered ones that are still left. We're gonna put them in with the first round of hops. Our strike water temperature, according to the gauge here, is, oh boy, 188. But the mash tun is cold, so we'll do our adjustment right in here. The spoon is cold. We'll let that warm up, and we'll dough in when it's about I'm going to say 162 or so, because that'll drop at another 10 degrees, and our mashing temperature gold is going to be about anywhere from 152 to 155, right in that range. When we started the dough in, we had to add some cold water to the mash tun because we were just way too warm. I'm going to start the Berloff here. Do the Berloff, then we'll go to the boil kettle here. I don't want to stir up the grain bed too much, so this is mainly a wheat beer, so I got to be careful I don't get a stuck spart and stuck mash tun, and all that stuff. The watering, stuck to the watering, and yada 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 yada. So off to the boil kettle we go. We're off to the boil kettle here with the cherry wheat. This is a cherry wheat beer. A lot of wheat in here, a lot of wheat malt. Pre-boil was 1040, kind of low, but she'll rise, like you guys know. She'll be a perfect wheat beer, Hefeweizen type style. So we did our hot break here on the wheat beer, and we have 13 hot peppers from the garden, like I said, that we overwintered, and they're hot. It's the first time I tried this. I hope it don't make it too hot. So they're going to go in the hot basket. They're in. Then we're going to reach back on our brew table, and we're going to grab some Warrior hops. That's 2 ounces. That's going to be our bittering. So they're in. So we're on our way, and our yeast of choice will be a wheat beer yeast. I can't see, you can't read it. Wheat beer yeast. Lallemand Munich. I've used this before on wheat beers. It comes out really good, so we hope it finishes the same way. Why wouldn't it? So on with the brew. So Siri, set a timer for 45 minutes. Since this beer is so close to Easter, we're going to put in one of those peeps. Is that what they call peeps?
Little peep.
Bye-bye. Peep, 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 peep. I'm melting, oh! Why wouldn't I? So Mr. Peep went behind the basket and he just melted away. The wife thought that'd be cute to throw him in like that. So I said, well, go ahead, why wouldn't we? You can see the peppers floating in the basket there. Unless the camera steamed up again. I shouldn't put it that close to the wort. Every time I put the camera inside the boiling wort, it steams up, go figure. Why would that happen? I don't know. Why would I know? I'm a beer brewer, I'm not a genius. You go figure, you guys should figure that out by now. So last 15 minutes on the cherry wheat. So in goes the 2 ounces of Citra hops, followed by a cap full of Irish moss. And we throw it right in the mix, why wouldn't I? And last but not least, a tablespoon, a spoon, how you doing, a spoon, full of Fermade K. That's in there. I don't use it all the time, but on this batch we are going to use it. So the hops are in the basket. Hot peppers are still in there. You can see them in there. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Nice. I keep a bucket of water to rinse things out on here. I don't know why I wouldn't, but I do. Flame out. Flame out. Here's down, we're going to open the valve. It's not as red as I thought it would be. It's not red at all. That wheat is not that good. And you saw we put some peppers in this one to see what they're going to taste like. So we're going on to the fermenter here. And our yeast is, I told them the yeast before. This is the yeast, I'll show that again. It's a wheat yeast. It says right on there, someplace. Wheat beer yeast. How you doing? It's by Lalaman, somebody, Lullaby. So this is going to be a cloudy beer. It's going to take a while to settle out in the fermenter and in the keg. There's no doubt about that. So I'm going to shut the wort chiller off now because we're cool enough. And I'm going to get that out. Normally I start cleaning some stuff up, but we'll see how that goes. I'm going to pour one of the Russian beers here. Oh boy, not a good spot to be doing that. I got my issue. Let's see how it comes out. All right, we just finished brewing batch 120. It's a cherry wheat beer, heavy on the wheat. Look at the grain bill, and with hot peppers in there. We call this one Red Wave. It's kegging day for batch 120, a beer we call Red Wave. It's a cherry wheat beer. The recipe's in the video. So we're going to keg it. We're going to add some cherry extract to it. How much, I'm not sure yet. So let's get on with it. I'm going to sanitize this keg, and then we're going to transfer the buckets over here with the beer in it. We're going to transfer it to the keg. So let's get her done. Like I showed last time, with a clean pitcher, clean funnel with a filter in it. Nothing more than just filling this up and letting it soak for a couple, 2 minutes, I think the Star San recommends. You don't think that little screen catches some particles? As clean as you try to be, they're in there. I don't know if the camera's picking up on that. But that little screen catches a lot of fine little hairs and dander and all kinds of goodies. Okay, we're going to get a hydrometer reading on batch 120 here at Cherry Beer. We're going to see where she stands, but I'm almost positive we're going to the keg. So take your bubbler, your your airlock, bubbler, whatever you want to call it. Take that out so you don't get back suck. And here we go off with the reading. It's probably going to be cloudy as all heck here. I'll try to pour it in here slow. Yeah, it's going to be cloudy, I figure, because she's a wheat beer for sure. So let's shut that off. I sanitize everything. We're going to have to let this sit a minute or two and let some of these bubbles dissipate. And then we'll get an accurate reading on the hydrometer. And we'll go off to the keg here. So we'll get back to you in a second or two. But this is the cherry extract we're going to use. We got 1016 on the batch 120, the cherry wheat beer. 4.46%. 4.46% on the cherry wheat beer. We just got the reading. It came in off the hydrometer. So that's a good calculation. So we're going to get on with a little taste test of it. Here's what it looks like up close. It's going to be hazy for sure with all the wheat. No cherries in there yet. Boy, I'm getting a smell of, I don't know what that is. Alcohol, I guess. Heavy end of wheat. The hops come through for sure. I got the Warrior hops up front there. So let's get on with kegging. Why wouldn't I? Taking my hose out of the kettle of sanitizer. And I'm going to drop it deep into the keg. So we're not splashing any of the beer. Put my spigot on. We're down at the bottom. I like to take my hose and just take up the access like this. We're not going to splash. So off we go with the cherry wheat. I'm going to pour the cherry juice in as it fills. We're going to get some of the yeast out of here, I know that. And there she goes, pulling a little bit of the yeast with her. So we're going to sanitize the cherry bottle here. And then we're just going to pour this right in. Oh, she's strong cherry. So here we go. Not all of it, I hope. Of course, I put a couple more drips in just for, So off she goes. Cherry wheat, batch 120. Red Wave, this beer is called. So next scene, we'll have this in a kegerator and we'll be sampling. I just wrestled a cherry wheat into the kegerator, and I do have some Samual Adams cherry wheat to compare mine to when mine's finally carved up. So we'll see how she goes. Taste test is next. I think we're gonna tap this cherry keg to see what it tastes like. We're gonna compare it to Sam Adams cherry wheat. But let's see what we got on our cherry wheat here. Let's get that tapped up here. Where's my sanitizer? I always spray that first. Okay. She's tapped. I always check for leaks first. Tuck the hose in back here. She still wants to twist it. If it's got pressure on it, she'll leak. I got keg lube I can put on there. And I might have to get it. The beer lines being stiff in a kegerator can sometimes cause an upwards or downward pressure on the fitting, causing a leak. Sometimes just a repositioning of the line can stop that problem. That looks like a more balanced setup there. Check for leaks again here. And I don't see any now. So I think we got it. So we tapped the Red Wave batch 120. And I'm not sure it's 100% done. but we're dying to get a taste. It looks like she's carved up nice. Pour on the angle here like this. This is the cherry wheat we call Red Wave. I don't know if my wife wants a glass yet. That's what she looks like. She's like orange. She looks like she's carved up nice. She's got a 2-finger head. Wow. I can't wait to compare this to the Sam Adams. It has a slight cherry smell. I'm going to take this outside. This is the initial taste test. So let's get on with it. The head is retaining itself. She's got a lot of weed in here. Oh, I definitely smell the cherry. Oh, I smell the cherry. On with the taste. It was at this point that I realized that I had messed up, using the wrong hop for bittering. Okay. Definitely have the cherry taste. The bitterness, I believe, was my, boy, I think I used Warrior hops. And the bitterness with the tang of the cherry, they kind of crash a little bit together. It gets a little more bitterer. The first one is always strong from the bottom of the keg. Where some of the hops settle, you get a more of a tangy. But I think this is going to be a darn good beer. Compared to Sam Adams, I'll have to go side by side. I had one the other day which was very tangy like this. And I forgot I got some red peppers in here, hot peppers. That's what I'm tasting. So the initial taste test of the first glass, I'm going to call this on a scale of 1 to 10. I'll give it maybe a 7. And see how it is tomorrow when we get a couple out of the keg. Pouring a Red Wave beer here. 4.46%. Nicely carved, 2-finger head. Clean glass for a change. Why wouldn't it be? Well, I goofed up here. I just poured my Red Wave. The Red Wave is on the left. Sam Adams is on the right. I thought I recorded this. I took 2 pictures like a dumbass. How you doing? So, the clone of Sam Adams beer, like I say, mine is on the right or the left, whatever the camera's showing there, I don't know. And Sam Adams is on the right. What I do believe is I goofed up on the hop. I used the Warrior hop at the end. The alpha acids are 16 to 17% on that. And for a wheat beer, that's a little high. So when I take a taste test, I'm going to do it again because, like I say, I just did it on still. The camera wasn't running. I should have known the light wasn't blinking. So my beer tastes like cherry. You smell the cherry. You taste the cherry. It's a cherry wheat beer, if I didn't say that in the beginning. And the hops are a little bit bitter. Sam Adams. I poured it on camera, but the camera wasn't on. Sam Adams is a more pungent cherry smell, very heavy in the smell of cherries. And the taste on theirs is oh yeah, much better than mine. I'll tell you that. Much better than mine. I would have been better off using maybe a Galaxy, an East Kent Golden hop, and maybe even Amarillo would have been better off. Glacier is a good hop to use, and so is a Hallertau. You know what I should have used was probably Hirschbrocker. That's a nice mild hop. But yeah, we overbittered this here. This is called Red Wave. It's still a good beer. I'm not going to dump it. No, hell no. The smell's there, the bitterness is there, the lacing's there, the carbonation is there. The color over Sam Adams are almost spot on. They're almost the same color. You can see the recipe there that I used 7 pounds of wheat and some 2-row and a little bit of Maris Otter and some hot peppers. I threw some hot peppers in here too, if I haven't said so. So that might be get some of the taste you're getting. You're getting You know, very spicy type taste out of the hop itself. But I don't think I would use the Warrior hop again if I were to make this brew again. In fact, I made notes. I put in my notes that I don't like the bitterness in the wheat beer. It should have been a lot lower. So until next time, it's still a good beer. I'm going to say Proust, and it was been fun brewing it. I got another one going already, so I'm doing another Bior. For those who notice, Blame It on Russia. We like that one so much, so I went out there and we brewed another one. Why wouldn't I have? So let me get on and finish these 2 beers, and that's it. I got some chicken on the grill I got to attend to. So until next time, Proust.